This was the most desperate moment for the seals. They never thought that just by closing their eyes for a moment, 8 orcas would lock onto them. Now they had no way to fight back. Fortunately, the edge of the ice was sharp, and the orcas temporarily couldn't get close. But as apex predators, orcas were not only intelligent, but also experts in teamwork. The orcas quickly gathered together, their tails slapped in perfect rhythm. They would generate giant waves. One crab-eater seal was swept directly into the water, but it reacted immediately and jumped back onto the ice. The Weddell seal also avoided the collision. The seals temporarily escaped, but the orcas didn't stop. They reset their formation. Their tails swayed and sank again. They launched a second attack. This time, the Weddell seal was pushed away from the edge. Compared to the crab-eater seal, it had thicker blubber and moved more slowly, making it an easier target. Before the seal could recover, the orcas were already preparing a third attack. Another wave came. The Weddell seal was knocked off the ice again. It got stuck between broken ice chunks. It frantically flapped its flippers, trying to climb back, but the orcas had already bitten its tail. They dragged the seal into deep water. The struggle was over. The crab-eater seal escaped in the chaos, but it was soon exposed again. It kept changing position, evading the chase again and again. Finally, it jumped onto a larger ice floe. It got wedged between 2 ice chunks. This position restricted the orca's movement. Now, it was alive, but the orca's tactics changed quickly. They pushed the ice floe. They moved it toward open water. By the time the seal realized something was wrong, it was already too late. But it wouldn't sit and wait for death. It would immediately abandon the ice layer and jump to a larger current. For orcas, this type of ice floe was difficult to attack, so they changed their strategy. They generated underwater pressure waves. First, they broke open the ice. Then they pushed the seal toward deeper water. They used more shock waves to break the remaining ice. This series of actions sent the crab-eater seal into complete panic. It tried to escape again, but this time it jumped onto a smaller ice floe. Suddenly, an orca struck the ice from below, trying to flip it over. The seal lost its balance and plunged into the water. It seemed like all was lost, but its agile body suddenly saved it once again. It successfully escaped the pursuit. Although it desperately ran afterward, it still couldn't shake off the orca's chase. Eventually, it exhausted its strength. This confrontation lasted a full 4 hours. The seal was completely exhausted and had no strength left to resist. The orcas created another wave, but this time, the wave didn't wash the seal away. The waves gradually became smaller. Their power steadily weakened. The orcas were also completely exhausted. One orca poked its head out of the water and silently gazed at the injured crab-eater seal, as if to say, "You won." Then the orca pod swam away. The crab-eater seal finally escaped to safety.